What is going on, everyone? How are you all doing? This is Yix here at Magna Crypto, back again with another video. So I'm not at my usual studio at home, so I'm going to be recording this from my family house because it is Christmas. Obviously, it's time of spending time with the family, and so the editing is not going to be there. We're just going to get straight into the market, do a bit of analyzing, see what Bitcoin is saying, and have a look at some altcoins. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So Bitcoin has decided to give us a little Christmas rally. So very bullish to see. This trend line is holding beautifully. So we had a nice low created on the weekly time frame. So we still need 2 days for it to confirm, but so far it looks to be confirmed. The low created at 46,000, and then the instant reversal, which is almost resulting in, if I can move this out of the way. Okay, there's one move out of the way. So it's almost resulting in a bullish engulfing candle, which is the perfect reversal pattern or candlestick that we want to see. So once that's confirmed, we would have had a higher low created on these two high lows right here. So going forward, the next thing we're going to be looking out for is this high created right here, and already you can see it has acted as resistance. So this has acted as resistance, and that's going to be the next point that we're going to be looking at. So if we could extend this further, it's looking like somewhat of an ascending triangle. Now, of course, we've got this massive hill in between. So that's what we're going to be looking for next. If we can hold this trend line as well, that's going to be super bullish going forward. So far, I would say Bitcoin is looking bullish. Now, of course, we're not out of the water yet. We're not clear as of yet. We still want to get above this, and then we can start becoming more bullish. That 52k level is essential. Having a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum also, it has found support. Well, actually different to Ethereum, but it has found support at a previous high, which has now become support. And I've mentioned this. It's very obvious. So you can see that this high creates around 3900 is a major level, and as long as it can hold and stay above that, Ethereum is very much in a bullish momentum. So once we bounce from that and create some higher lows, I'll become more bullish. But still, as long as it's above that crucial level, then all is well in the land of Ethereum. So there's nothing else too much to say about that. And as long as it can stay in between these ranges, then I would say altcoin's probably going to rally or create some basis. And as long as Bitcoin stays above that 46k level and creates a higher low, then this will be very good for the altcoins. And another thing I've mentioned before is the fact that because Ethereum is holding its levels much better than Bitcoin, there's a lot more market share going toward Ethereum and the altcoins. So this is very bullish for the altcoins. So altcoin season is definitely pending. Now let's have a look at some of the major altcoins like Polkadot. So Polkadot is just below a crucial level, or two crucial levels actually. So we've got the low created here at around $30, and then a low created here about $28. And I mentioned it before, this is the very important level that Polkadot needs to get above. As long as it's below this, it's still in a bearish momentum. Once it gets above this, it's going to be back to the bullish momentum. You can see this massive low here, another low here, and now it's also created a small level here. So once we get above $30, essentially, the bulls will be back in control. The next major crypto that I want to have a look at is not available here, but on Dex Screener, and that's Time Wonderland. So I've mentioned DAOs quite a lot in my past few videos, very bullish on them. I invested in two in particular, one Spartacus DAO and another one I put a small bag in, which is Midas DAO. I'll be very honest with you, both of them have been absolutely obliterated. Major downside action. So I've taken out my investments out of those two projects and basically took an L. And I've decided to increase my holdings in Time Wonderland. This is one of the first fork from the infamous DAO, Olympus DAO. And I made a video about this. It's very, very bullish, especially at these prices. The community is extremely strong. It's basically established. It's like, you can think of it like the Ethereum to Bitcoin. So it's still got the kind of first movers advantage in a way. And so Time Wonderland is, in my opinion, probably the best one to put money in. There's other smaller ones that are creating momentum, like Temple DAO, that are doing well, like Concave. There's still many that are being produced. It's still such a new market. But if you want to be a bit safer and still get good APR, then I would say Time Wonderland is the go-to. So let's get rid of this volume. So you can see it's looking very, very bullish. A nice reversal from the lows at around 3,000. I invested a couple bags into this around this area. So these are very, very low prices, and they're going to start climbing very, very soon. So there's a clear level right here that has found support, resistance, what should I say, around 4,300. Two levels. We might have a little bit of a retracement potentially. It's creating a bit of a cup and handle formation, small handle, major, or is it a double bottom even? Small double bottom, but it's a clear reversal nonetheless, whatever we want to call it. So once we break these levels, 4,500 to 4,300, then I think the rally is gonna be on. And then the next major level to take into account is going to be all the way up here at 6,800. So if we measure the difference in price, that'd be about 50% gain in price. But the main thing is stability and to stake it so you get those returns. That's the main thing you want to do with these DAOs. So let's go back to TradingView over here. The other coin, of course, we have to talk about is Olympus DAO. Right, so Olympus DAO, of course, has lost a ton of value along with the rest of the market. It's lost around, from the top, about 70%, and it's starting to build. So this candle is quite bullish, showing that's picked up a lot of liquidity and turning around, and it formed the reversal at this low around 318. So if you start building a position around these levels, that is ideal because it's unlikely for it to go any further than this. So we draw a little trend line right here. The other thing you want to look at is this trend line, key trend line, which is broken past, but it's rejected from there. Once it gets above this trend line, I think it's going to start flying. It's probably going to find resistance around this 570, 575. But these levels are good to start adding positions if you're bullish on Olympus DAO. Now the staking rewards aren't as good for Olympus DAO compared to the other DAOs, but still it's a lot more safer because it's got the first mover advantage. So lastly, let's have a look at Cardano. Create this bottom here. A nice top right here. And then one right around this level. Now Cardano was one of the earlier ones to rally before all the other altcoins did around October, November time. And it was one of the early ones to start losing a ton of value. From the top, it actually has lost 60%. And now this is clearly, well, not clearly the bottom, but a high probability that this is the bottom. Now, of course, we want to see some higher lows being created. However, you can see there's a ton of action in this area right here. So it's likely that this is the bottom. Now, of course, there's no guarantees. But if we follow this correctly with all these levels, You can surmise that most likely it's going to start building here. If you're someone that's bullish on this project, I'm quite bullish on it, then you probably want to start adding further positions around these times. Not financial advice, of course. And especially with a correction like of this magnitude for this long, it's likely again that it's probably over. For me, I always look at the percentage lost and also the timing in which the correction has occurred. So the same way that when it's on a bullish rally, if it's been rallying for a little while, you can start to increase the probability that it's probably going to be the end soon. Same with corrections. When it's been corrected for this long, it's basically corrected while everything else is rallying, and so it's likely that it's probably over. And once you start seeing more signs of reversal, you can start to add further positions and become more bullish on it. So that is Cardano done. So we'll leave it there. I just want to make a quick breakdown on some of these altcoins, especially the DAOs, because I'm super bullish on them, and also just a Christmas update in regards to the market. Bitcoin is starting to look good. We've reclaimed 50, but we want to reclaim 52. So let's see how it progresses into the new year. We want to see some high lows being formed, and then we can start being bullish. It's not over yet. The correction might continue. So let's just remain patient and take it day by day. So we'll leave it there. Hopefully you got some value from that, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.